Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Neto, random person offline. So yeah, looking at their team there, looks to be pretty strong, pretty interesting, um, pretty meta team there for the most part. So yeah, looking at my team, it is the same one that I used in the last game here. So what do I want to lead with in this one? I think we'll go with the Polytoad, actually. And we'll see how that works out. All right. So, there he is. And he's going to lead with the Greninja as we lead with the Polytoad. So, not the best of matchups for us. We do get the Drizzle to make it rain, which is something. So, I think what we'll do... How do we want to play this? I don't know that this thing can do a ton to us in return. So I think we're just going to go for a rain-boosted Surf here and see how much damage we can get. They actually do switch the Greninja, interestingly enough. And they're going to switch directly into the Toxapex, which is unfortunate. So we go for the Surf. It is max special attack in the rain. Does some decent damage to that thing, actually, which is fine, as it is going to get some HP back from the Black Sludge. So I think what we want to do here is we want to switch into the Ariados. So the reason we want to do that is because we want to try and get the Sticky Web up, because I think that's going to be really important in this game. So we're going to attempt to do that by switching in the Ariados here. And it looks like he's just going to go for a Toxic Spike, which is okay. We can bring Ariados back in to get rid of that, as he is going to get more HP back with the Black Sludge. So I think we definitely just go for the Sticky Web here, get that Hazard up. We do outspeed, so there's the Sticky Web to go ahead and get that Hazard up on him, which is pretty good. He's going to go for a Liquidation. It is rain boosted, takes us down by almost half, which is quite a lot of damage, as they do get some HP back with the Black Sludge. This turn, I feel like, how do we want to play this? Something is going to have to get poisoned before we can switch back into Ariados, unfortunately. And I think that something is going to have to be Belly Bolt. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to straight up switch into Belly Bolt here. And we'll see what they want to do. So there it is. And we do take that regular poison on the Toxic Spikes, which is not great. But they are going to go for the second layer of Toxic Spikes, get that Hazard up on us, of course. So, not the best, as they do get more HP back with the Black Sludge. So, we are going to take some poison damage here as well, which is not great. Now, the only good thing about this is this switch, the electric move is kind of obvious, so the switch into Ursaluna may very well be coming. We could try to anticipate that and go for a Muddy Water. I kind of want to do that, but at the same time, yeah, I don't feel like they stay in on this matchup. So we're just going to go for a Muddy Water here, as they do stay in on this matchup, which is really interesting. We go for the Muddy Water. Does some chip damage, which is not bad. They go for a Liquidation here, which does quite a bit of damage to us, unfortunately. Does trigger the Electromorphosis, which is good. So that means our next electric attack will be powered up. We do get some HP back with the leftovers, and then they're going to get HP with the Black Sludge, of course, and then we are going to take damage from the poison. So we're in the same situation, kind of, with trying to predict the Ursaluna to come in, but I think we have to try and Volt Switch this turn and hope they don't switch it up. They do switch, so but now they're probably going into the Ursaluna, unfortunately, and they do go into the Ursaluna, so that sucks. We made the exact wrong plays, as the Ursaluna is going to take the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, and we do Volt Switch or try to, so that sucks. Another wasted turn. So yeah, we made the exact opposite predictions that we needed to there, which sucks as we get some HP back from the leftovers, and then we take more damage from the poison. So I think this turn we actually might outspeed this thing thanks to the sticky web. So I kind of want to try and fire off a Muddy Water, but at the same time I kind of don't, because I don't want to lose Belly Bolt. So I think we just go into Area Dose to sponge up the Toxic Spikes and then probably just get sacked off to the Ursaluna. So that's what we're going to do. So there it is. And we do get rid of the Toxic Spikes, which is nice, as he's going to go ahead and Terra, so that's not great. So going to Terra the Ursaluna here into a normal type, getting the increased power on the Facade or whatever he goes for, or the Blood Moon, I should say. Wrong Ursaluna that I'm thinking of, so this is Ursaluna Blood Moon. So it goes for the Blood Moon. Obviously, there is no chance Ariados takes that as it goes down, and we go down to 5 Pokemon. So, what do we try to do to face this thing is the question, and we don't have a ton of answers to that question. What do we do? What do we try to do to this thing? Let's go... Let's try Mean Shao. Let's go into Mean Shao here. Now, we might be able to scare this thing out with the prospect of a fighting move. So, they do have a lot of switches into a fighting move, or a couple switches into a fighting move. So we're going to go ahead and predict the switch here, and hopefully we get it right. And go for a knockoff as they do switch. Okay, so we get this prediction right. What are they going to try to switch in here? It is going to be the Toxapex. So that thing's coming in, and it does take the speed reduction on the sticky web, which is nice. And we do get a knockoff, which is also nice. So it does some decent chip damage and gets rid of the black sludge. So the rain is over, which is not the best. But now I think we go into Belly Bolt again, because we have to try and threaten this thing out before it gets too many Toxic Spikes up again, as we have no way to remove them this time. So we're going to go ahead and come back in with the Belly Bolt, as they do just set that Toxic Spike up once again, unfortunately. And this time it's going to be up to stay. There's no way for us to get rid of it. So we do get some HP back with the leftovers here, and then we are going to take some poison damage as well. So the rain is down, which means that Thunder is not perfectly accurate here, so I feel like our best bet is actually to Volt Switch on this thing. The good news is, because the Ursaluna is Terra'd, that means that they have no more electric immunity, so we're just going to Volt Switch here. They do actually stay in and take the Volt Switch, as they survive it in the red, which is quite unfortunate. And we do get the pivot out here. And I think we're going to go ahead and come in with the Azelf, actually. We're going to take this opportunity to come in with Azelf. So there it is, as they probably just, go for the second layer of Toxic Spikes, which is kind of okay. So there that is. So I think what we do here, if we really want to have any chance of doing something, of making it happen right now, I think what we have to do is, simply put, we have to try to set up with Azelf. So we're going to try to take this opportunity to Nasty Plot and hope that they maybe switch or something. As they do switch, okay, that's perfect. So they are going to be switching directly into the Cleaver, which is also perfect. So that thing's coming in. They do get the speed reduction off of the sticky web, as we go for a Nasty Plot to get that +2 special attack on the Azelf. And at this point, I think it's time for us to go all in with the Azelf. So we're going to go ahead and Terrasilize into a Fairy type, losing all of our prior weaknesses here. And we're just going to try to take this thing down with a Psychic. That's going to be our play here. So we're going to put it all on Azelf here and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and Terrasilize into a Fairy type, losing all of our prior weaknesses. And we do outspeed because of the sticky web. We go for the Psychic, and we go ahead and one-shot the Cleaver, which is incredible, knocking him down to 5 as we take some Life Orb recoil damage. So Azelf is in the driver's seat right now, as they are going to go ahead and come in with the Ursaluna. So their one chance here, as they get the speed reduction off the Sticky Web, is that the Ursaluna can take a +2 max special attack, Life Orb boosted Psychic from us, and I'm hoping that they can't, obviously. So we're just going to go for it, and we're going to go for it and see what happens. We obviously outspeed Psychic incoming. Is it enough? Yes, it is enough to go ahead and one-shot the Ursaluna there, knocking him down to 4 Pokemon. So that is incredible. Azelf in the driver's seat here. We take some more Life Orb recoil damage, which is fine. And now they have a big choice to make as to what they can try to do to stop Azelf. So they are going to go ahead and come in with the Gengar. So they do take the speed reduction off the Sticky Web, so we know we should outspeed this thing, unless it's Scarf. There's no reason for us not to just keep going for Psychic here, so that's what we're going to do. And hopefully this thing's not Sash. So we go for the Psychic, and is it enough? Yes, it just goes ahead and one-shots the Gengar. We get a critical hit there. Obviously that didn't matter at +2 special attack, Life Orb boosted. Yeah, we knock him down to 3. So Azelf, as I said, absolutely in the driver's seat right now. So what can they do to potentially stop the Azelf here from running wild is the question. They have 3 Pokemon left. They have the Greninja, so they're going to go ahead and come in with that. And so, of course, they get the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, obviously. And so we just Dazzling Gleam here. There's no reason not to, so that's what we're going to do. As they're going to go for the Water Shuriken. Protean going to change them to a Water type. They're going to get some big damage with that. It hits three times, gets a crit, hits a 4th time. Oh, this is bad. So hits 4 times, one with a critical hit, which is really unfortunate. But we do survive that, go for a Dazzling Gleam, and that will be enough to one-shot the Greninja as well. So Azelf hangs on, gets rid of the Greninja as well, knocking them down to 2 Pokemon as we take more Life Orb recoil. So unfortunately, Azelf's Reign of Terror might be cut short here, as now they come in with the Might Yenna, take the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, and we are definitely in range if they have Sucker Punch to be taken out with a Sucker Punch, that's for sure. But we're so set up, there's no reason to just not go for a Dazzling Gleam, so that's what we're going to do. They do Sucker Punch, and unfortunately that takes the Azelf out. So Azelf's Reign of Terror is over, but Azelf did a hugely great job in this game, did an incredible job punching huge holes in their team, as they actually get a Moxie boost now with the Might Yenna. So we're down to 4, but that's okay. Azelf put in so much work in this one. Definitely put us in the driver's seat for this game, as now we come in with the Mind Shao. We do get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes, so I feel like they could easily switch back into the Toxapex. I feel like they do switch back into the Toxapex here. So knowing that, I think what we want to do, I think we actually just want a U-turn here. So we're going to just U-turn here, as they actually stay in and Sucker Punch. Takes us down by about half. We do go for the U-turn in return. Takes this thing all the way down to like 1 HP, but it does survive, which is really unfortunate. And so now we have to bring something else in to face this thing. So I think we're going to bring the Politoed in. I think that's our play, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to come in with the Politoed here, and we of course are going to get poisoned off the Toxic Spikes, and we are going to get the Drizzle to make it rain. So this thing is going to get some HP back with the leftovers, interestingly enough, and so we are going to take some poison damage. So we are max HP, so we should be able to take an attack from this thing even at +1. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Earth Power here, as they stay in. We actually outspeed thanks to the Sticky Web. Go for the Earth Power, take the Might Yenna out, and knock them down to just 1 Pokemon, as we are going to take some damage off of the poison. So His last Pokemon here is going to be the Toxapex. So he's going to go ahead and come in with that. It is back up to about half health, gets the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, which doesn't really matter. And now I think we just go ahead and go for the Earth Power again here, as this thing is going to Baneful Bunker just to like stall out another turn of poison damage. So yeah, Earth Power not going to touch this thing this turn, as we are in fact going to take some more damage from the poison. And this thing does not have Black Sludge anymore, which means we just go for the Earth Power again. And we do outspeed, obviously. Earth Power is not quite enough to take this thing out, unfortunately, as it goes for a recover, which is really annoying, actually. So this thing gets a recover off on us, and we take a ton more poison damage. So how do we want to play this? This Toxapex is still going to potentially be a problem for us. I think we just switch into... yeah, I think we switch. We could switch. Yeah, we switch. I think we switch here. We're going to switch into our... back into our Belly Bolt here. I think that's the right play, so that's what we're going to do. And so they are going to Baneful Bunker to stall out another turn as anticipated. Obviously not going to work, as we are going to get some HP back with the leftovers, and we are going to take more poison damage. So the rain is up, which is good. That means that Thunder has 100% accuracy. We have no reason not to go for it, so that's exactly what we're going to do. They're going to Baneful Bunker once again to stall out another turn. Obviously, as we go for the Thunder, and of course not going to hit them this turn. So it all depends on whether or not a Thunder can take this thing out, as we do regain some HP with the leftovers and then take more damage from the poison. I feel like it should take it out, as we are max special attack, but we're just going to have to click it and find out. As we do go for the Thunder there, guaranteed to hit thanks to the rain, and sure enough, the Thunder is enough to go ahead and finish that Toxapex off, and that is game. So we are going to win that one 4-0 against Neto, but that was actually a really good match, really competitive, really fun game there. Azelf absolutely putting in the work in that one, and that was just a great showing. Definitely a great showing there. So, that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, I want to quickly, once again, plug all of the links that are going to be in the video description as well. I still have that Switch giveaway going on. The link to that video for how you guys can enter that will be in the video description, as well as links to my Discord server and merch store. So, go ahead and check all that stuff out as well if you want. And that's it. And we'll see you next time.